Today, Mr. JK won't be coming home again, madam. He said he still has to work on some projects in Bizen. The sentence filled Yin's ears. There was a long sigh after hearing the information spoken by the head maid in her house. Again? Until when will he rarely come home? Since we got married? Until now. So annoying. Yin sighed repeatedly in frustration upon hearing maid's response. Mr. JK said, "No need to continue. I know he promised to come home as soon as possible. So outdated." Yin raised one hand in the air, cutting off maid's sentence. Yin stood up from her seat. As her gaze wandered around the dining room, she got a brilliant idea. "Hey, I have a question." "Yes, madam?" "How many CCTV cameras are there in this house? Where are they located?" "There are cameras in every corner of this house except for the bedrooms and bathrooms, madam." "Keep an eye on whoever enters, okay? Don't let security guards or gardeners enter the house. I want to change clothes." "Change clothes, madam?" "Yes, my husband always checks the CCTV cameras, right?" "As far as I know, madam. Because oh my, madam, please don't undress. You'll be scolded by Mr. JK." The maid turned her face away when she saw Yin taking off her dress. Yin removed her dress, leaving her bra and underwear. She wanted to play a trick on her husband, hoping he would come home and stop neglecting her. Their marriage had been going on for a year, and her husband rarely came home. Yin was fed up. Yin walked out of the dining room. She circled the house up and down until finally returning to the dining room. Yin only visited the places where CCTV cameras were installed. The maid quickly chased after Yin, trying to stop her wherever she went. After standing back in the dining room, Yin danced around aimlessly, showing off her sexy backside and occasionally touching her breast. At the end of her movements, Yin raised her middle finger towards the CCTV camera. "Mr. Jian JK." Yin mouthed the words silently. The maid could do nothing but sigh and let Yin dance repeatedly. A sigh escaped JK's lips. His body leaned back into the plush chair in his office. His eyes briefly closed as he massaged his temples. The meetings with business partners drained his energy and focus, especially some of the more challenging ones. JK opened his eyelids, hearing a knock from outside. He signaled the door knocker to enter. His personal assistant, Kai, entered the room. "Good afternoon, sir." "Afternoon." JK sighed, pulling away from the comfortable support. "Have you requested the CCTV footage from my house today? I want to see my wife." Kai cleared his throat, scratching his neck hesitantly. "Why are you clearing your throat like that?" "Well, sir." Kai swallowed, unsure how to explain the call from maid Yun at JK's home. "Why?" "Please take a look, sir. This time, I'm not allowed to watch with maid Yun. She said you should be the one to watch. There's something you need to see." Kai explained while handing over the tablet that he had been holding for JK during the meeting. JK took his tablet and played the CCTV recording of his house, as he usually did, to see what activities his wife was up to. Initially, JK casually stroked his chin as he watched his wife enter the dining room. However, his expression turned into disbelief. JK averted his gaze elsewhere. "This woman, really?" JK cleared his throat, adjusting the tie that suddenly felt constricting. He wanted to turn off the video, but unfortunately, his curiosity got the better of him. Eventually, he decided to watch while holding his breath for a few seconds, observing his wife's behavior. JK's eyes stared intensely as he repeatedly watched his wife dancing with a semi-naked body in their home. To make matters worse, her hands ended up raising the middle finger towards the CCTV camera. JK immediately turned off the video. "Book me a ticket home today." "Yes, sir." "Yeah, and please reschedule all my appointments. There's something I need to take care of at home." JK had to talk to his wife. After a year of being sweet and well-behaved, she was now acting out and doing crazy things. JK was certain there was something Yin wanted to communicate to him. Yin was getting ready to leave for her friend's house. Her intention wavered after realizing her husband's black car, usually chauffeured by the office driver from Seoul, entering the residential area. Squinting, Yin tried to figure out who had arrived. Was it really her husband, or was it just the driver sent to the house? At that moment, Yin's eyes widened briefly as she realized the figure she challenged through the CCTV appeared. Yin had suspected her plan would work. It was truly magical. If she knew her husband would be tempted, she would have done it long ago. "Hi, husband. What on earth are you doing, Yin? Do you think it's funny to run around without clothes?" JK cut off Yin's sentence, not giving her a chance to greet him. "What if someone sees your behavior at home? Don't embarrass yourself." Yin withdrew her words. Her husband wasn't tempted. He just wanted to scold her. "Are you still sane, huh? Come here, Say hi first, like a normal person. Just nag like a typical mother. No manners at all. Yin's response was equally fierce, raising her voice in frustration. If JK could scold without a preamble, then Yin could do as she pleased. Yin entered the car without saying goodbye or uttering a word. JK didn't stay quiet and immediately knocked on the window of his wife's car repeatedly after the car door was locked. Yin, get out. From inside the car, Yin raised her middle finger while giving a sly smile. That's when JK knew his wife was indeed rebelling. JK didn't stay idle. Before Yin left, JK quickly instructed his driver to create a barricade using the car, preventing Yin's car from leaving. Yin was infuriated when her husband's car blocked her way. The sedan was parked parallel, covering the middle part of the road. Although there was space on the right and left, Yin couldn't drive through the front or back of the car. However, she found another way to break free. Before doing so, Yin rolled down the window. Why? My husband. Want to see me naked again? Tonight, okay? I'm leaving now. Yin spoke casually, with a teasing smile. You can't go. Get down here first. Why are you doing this? If someone else sees you, what will they think? Do you want to be seen as crazy, running around like that? Don't. Shh. Yin cut off JK's unfinished sentence by placing her index finger on her lips. Don't get angry, okay? Aren't you ashamed to come home and act up? You should have given me a gift from Bizen instead of scolding. Rarely coming home for a year, and you're scolding. I wouldn't scold you if you just behaved normally. What do you really want to tell me? I undressed for you. You know, you should be happy. I bet I made you impatient to touch me, right? Yin winked teasingly, leaning on the window frame as she looked at her handsome husband. Then, Yin rested her chin on her hand. Finally, you're home. If I knew that could captivate you, I would have done it a long time ago. It's just my luck that I only thought of it now. JK ignored his wife's words while staring sharply. Don't do it again. Don't embarrass me. Yin rolled her eyes in annoyance. If she knew this damn arranged marriage would end up being so annoying, she wouldn't have agreed to be matched with JK. The cold and traditional man never cared about her. Answer. Yin, don't just stay silent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you want to hear my answer? Yin pulled at her husband's tie to bring him closer. She leaned half of her body out of the lowered window to get closer to her husband's face. Then she whispered, I don't understand. I'm sorry. Before JK could scold again, Yin was already kissing her husband's lips. JK was surprised. Although it was just a simple kiss without a more intimate response, Yin did another surprising thing. At the end of the kiss, Yin licked JK's upper lip, then kissed quickly before pulling away. Yin waved her hand after sitting back sweetly as before. I'll go first, honey. Don't forget to read the divorce letter I left. JK snapped out of his surprise upon hearing the word divorce. When JK was about to ask, his wife raised the window and drove off. Once again, his wife did something crazy that JK had never done. Yin chose a different path. Rather than colliding with her husband's car, she turned to the right, passing through the well-maintained green grass. The grass was never supposed to be driven or stepped on by car tires. However, Yin did it to make her escape. Yin's efforts succeeded as she managed to pass her husband's car and leave the house. From a distance, JK sighed, watching his wife's behavior. JK called Kai, who had come home with him. Kai, track my wife's location now. Find out where she's going. Let me know later. Yes, sir. I'll do it right away. JK rushed into the house, searching for the letter. Yin mentioned, after the crazy things she did at home, now his wife was filing for divorce? Yin was truly unpredictable. JK was furious. Welcome home, Mr. JK. Did Yin leave something? JK asked without beating around the bush. Yes, sir. Madam left a letter in the room. JK immediately stormed into the room with fury. His frustration had reached its peak. JK opened the master bedroom and found the letter on the table. He took the letter and read it carefully. The letter placed, there was a divorce petition against him. JK's hand moved spontaneously, crumpling the letter into a ball. He had to find Yin and discuss the madness she was doing. He threw the letter into the trash. That woman is truly unpredictable, huh? So annoying. JK was really furious at the moment. In the nightclub, Yin sat with her 3 friends, enjoying vodka. Yin treated her friends as usual. Yin often went to nightclubs long before she met JK. She wasn't the calm or house-settling type as her husband might have assumed. Indeed, Yin should have shown her wild side long ago and not just stayed waiting for her husband to come home. Yin had habits unknown to her husband. She was a heavy drinker, enjoyed nightlife, and often engaged in craziness with her friends. Yin grew into a person difficult to control and a lover of freedom. If it weren't for the arranged marriage, she wouldn't have agreed to get married. Yin preferred to live without a man rather than depending on someone. For Yin, life would be more enjoyable if she could continue having fun without anyone's interference. Your husband finally came home, huh? Finally, after I did something crazy. You're quite something, aren't you? Your husband is really unfortunate to find out about your craziness. How would he know if he never comes home? Yin can't show off her craziness. They all laughed, including Yin. Suddenly, Yin stood up from her seat, raising her glass. Let's be wild forever. Her shout echoed loudly. Let's be wild. The voices of Yin's 3 friends simultaneously responded, raising their glasses to the same height as Yin's. Yin gulped down her drink, then placed the glass on the table. I'm going down and presenting a dance for the people here. Don't tell me you're going to dance on the pole. You know so well, babe. Yin patted Jenny on the shoulder with a broad smile. Yin left her seat, approaching the available pole dance in the nightclub. Her 3 friends followed from behind. They witnessed Yin's madness for the umpteenth time in a different club. Although Yin often had fun in nightclubs, she never once kissed or slept with another man. Yin kept her marriage intact by respecting JK's presence as her husband. Yin didn't succumb to the temptations of other men. At most, she showed off her sexy dance moves like she was doing now. On the pole dance, Yin moved agilely and seductively, dancing around the pole with full expression. Various naughty expressions were displayed while dancing. Meanwhile, from afar, JK could be seen searching for his wife amidst the crowd. JK wasn't the type who enjoyed nightclubs. He preferred the quiet of home. Sir, I think that's Mrs. Yin, Kai informed, pointing to the woman spinning around the pole dance. JK immediately looked forward. His wife was showcasing a sexy dance on the pole dance, occasionally gripping the pole with her legs while spinning there. After running through the grass kissing her, suddenly, Yin was dancing provocatively in front of many men. One day revealed everything. Get the car ready. I'm taking Yin out now. Yes, sir. JK walked quickly toward his wife. He broke through the line of men enjoying his wife's sexy dance. Not only the dance, but the outfit she wore was different from what he saw during their argument at home. His wife changed into a sexier outfit, wearing a tank top that showcased her cleavage, a mini skirt above her knees by a few inches, and high-heeled spaghetti strap heels. Her makeup wasn't too flashy, but the blood-red lipstick stood out and was enticing. From where he stood, JK could see his wife's shorts. The men around thoroughly enjoyed Yin's skillful, sexy dance, showcasing her smooth thighs and long legs. Without hesitation, JK pulled Yin's body. Before carrying his wife, JK covered Yin's thighs with his coat first. Only after that did JK take Yin away from there. GK, let me down. Yin half shouted, startled. She didn't expect her husband to come to the nightclub. No, we're going home now. Let me down. Yin screamed louder while hitting JK's back forcefully. JK ignored his wife's screams and the punches she launched. He carried Yin until they successfully left the nightclub. Right as they exited, the car was parked in front of the nightclub. Without a word, JK sat his wife down, then held Yin's hands to prevent her from escaping, and immediately told Kai to drive the car. My bag is still in my car. Your friends are here, right? Later, ask them to bring your bag. So annoying, just dragging people around. JK ignored her. Wait, this is not the way home. Where are we going? Yin asked after realizing they were on the highway. There was already a large sign indicating Incheon International Airport. A hotel. We're staying near the airport. What do you want? JK looked at his wife, then spoke firmly. You're coming with me to Bizen. No objections. Going to Bizen? Rare. Is there a storm coming that you're inviting me? For the past year, you rarely come home and ignore me like a stranger. Did you just realize now that you have a wife? Yin raised an eyebrow perfectly, while her lips formed a mocking smile at her husband. JK ignored those words, choosing to look at the scenery outside. It's hard to talk to someone heartless. Yin sighed in frustration. I don't want to go to Bizen. I want us to get divorced. Divorce me now. We sleep together, huh? Rare. Can you recall the last time you touched me? Do you only want that once a month? You're incredibly something, even though I could satisfy you every night. Bold and extraordinary words spilled from Yin's mouth. Of course, JK didn't respond. You're not mute, right, honey? Yin spoke again, irritated by her husband's cold response. Do you want to take a shower? Asking about a shower? Do you want to shower together? Yeah, we've never done that during a shower. You always prefer doing it in bed, so old-fashioned. Yin blinked flirtatiously while licking her bottom lip, teasing JK. JK ignored the question and headed quickly to the bathroom. In that case, I'll shower first. Ugh, cold-hearted men, so unfeeling. Aren't you attracted to women? Does he resist being seduced? Does he never get horny? Enduring it once a month is quite something for a man, huh? Sometimes Yin wondered if JK during his time in Bizen was cheating or playing around with other women. However, those suspicions eventually vanished after Yin found out for herself that JK wasn't that kind of guy. JK only came home once a month, and only then did they engage in intimate activities. Frustrated by her husband's cold demeanor, Yin lay on the bed. Slowly, her eyes closed, and her mouth yawned wide. Yin suddenly felt drowsy. No need for a bedtime story. Yin fell asleep in a matter of minutes. A while later, JK emerged from the bathroom wearing pajamas. He had brought his and Yin's luggage. He had already instructed the maid to prepare Yin's clothes before picking up his wife from the nightclub. JK looked towards the bed. His wife was sound asleep. JK approached her and sat on the edge of the bed. He gazed at his wife, from her face down to her neck, chest, stomach, thighs, calves, and feet. Who says he never desired it? In fact, even now, he is craving his wife. But what's happening? After uttering her straightforward words and teasing him earlier, his wife is now sleeping? Now? You're the one falling asleep first? Seriously? Gently, JK pulls the blanket and covers his wife. As JK is about to climb onto the other side of the bed, he realizes his wife hasn't removed her makeup. JK doesn't know what skincare products his wife uses. Fortunately, maid Yun has packed all of Yin's necessities in the suitcase. JK immediately checks Yin's luggage and looks for a facial cleanser. JK finds it in a medium-sized pouch. Afterward, JK sits back at the edge of the bed and begins to cleanse his wife's face. He does it slowly so as not to wake Yin. In the midst of gently wiping Yin's face with a cotton pad, JK hears Yin mumbling, and her breath still carries the scent of vodka. You old-fashioned husband, so mean to neglect me. Anyway, I just want to divorce. Suddenly, JK's hand hangs in the air. The uttered words seem to hit him like a blow to the head. During this past year, he might not have come home often, but it doesn't mean he neglected Yin. It's not because he dislikes or hates the arranged marriage. It's just that his job in Bizen keeps JK constantly busy. JK is a workaholic. He prefers immersing himself in work rather than anything else. Even so, JK realizes he should pay attention to Yin like any ordinary couple. He does that, but through maid Yun. That's why JK always checks the CCTV to make sure Yin is okay. But apparently, all of that is not enough. His mistake is that he should have taken Yin to Bizen from the beginning instead of leaving his wife and soul. Baby, I'm sorry. JK whispered softly, kissing Yin's lips briefly. Then, he continued cleaning his wife's face until it was spotless. Before JK moved away, he gently wiped Yin's forehead. Good night, baby. JK discarded a few dirty cotton pads from Yin's makeup and placed the face cleanser back in its place. As he was about to climb onto the vacant side of the bed to sleep, JK suddenly felt the need to use the bathroom. Finally, JK went into the bathroom. A few minutes after JK's departure, Yin's eyelids opened wide. Yin woke up because she felt a touch on her forehead. Whether it was just a dream or someone really touched her, she was startled. She tried to gather herself for a few minutes. Once she realized JK was not there, it was Yin's chance to escape. Quickly, Yin got off the bed, took some money from JK's wallet, which he placed it on the hotel table. Then she tiptoed and opened the hotel room door before hurrying away. She needed to contact her friends later to retrieve her bag. Not long after, JK came out of the bathroom. Less than 10 minutes later, he widened his eyes as his wife was not in the room. JK sighed in annoyance. He left the room, observing the empty hallway. Damn it, she wasn't left alone for hours, just for minutes, and yet, his wife managed to already. Outside the apartment door, Yin knocked on the door. She could enter because the security in the apartment already knew her, allowing her to enter and be escorted to the desired floor. Yin's knocking didn't yield any results. She knocked again until the last remnants of her energy were drained by drowsiness. She then squatted down, burying her head between her two knees. After a few minutes of waiting, the apartment door opened. Yin looked up with a sleepy face. What are you doing here? Yin threw a sweet smile, blinking her eyes repeatedly. I want to stay at your place. Is that okay? Mingyu, the owner of the apartment unit, sighed heavily. He's been best friends with Yin since they were in middle school. They often went to the same school, even the same campus. Whether it was fate or Yin just followed suit to always be close to him. Why do you want to stay? I'm busy with work. Why? I'm going to cry if you don't let me stay here. Minju couldn't do anything but agree to his friend's request. He helped Yin stand up. Before being invited inside, Yin had already wrapped her arm around Minju's neck, a gesture that was quickly understood as a request to be carried. Carry? Carry. I'm tired of walking. Plus, my heels hurt again. My bag is left in the car. I didn't bring anything. Alright, alright. Minju immediately carried Yin, letting his friend rest her head on his broad chest. Slowly, Yin closed her eyes again. Minju? What? Accompany me to sleep, okay? Don't work first. I don't want to sleep alone. Aren't you afraid I'll get horny if we sleep side by side? Yin laughed, even though her eyes were starting to close, almost being carried away into the realm of dreams. Ha ha ha, no way. You like muscular and handsome guys, so you won't touch a woman. Who knows? There are two types of. Yeah. There are two typical gays. Some are still aroused by women, some are not. You're the type that's not aroused. That's it. Done. Case closed. Why are we even talking about this? I'm sleepy. Not long after the conversation ended, they arrived in the room. Minju laid down Yin's body, who was still wearing her favorite clubbing outfit. Minju was about to leave, but Yin opened her eyes and grabbed his wrist. Sleep here. Yin patted the empty space beside her. There was nothing Minju could do but once again comply with Yin's request. Minju lay down next to Yin, and within a minute, Yin hugged him as if he were a pillow. Minutes passed, turning into half an hour. Yin still held on, but the hug had loosened. Minju stroked Yin's head, gazing at his friend's face, which looked much sweeter when she slept. However, the sweetness disappeared when tears fell, wetting her cheeks. Mom. Minju wiped Yin's falling tears, stroking her head. Perhaps this was the one thing Yin always hid every time she slept, expressing longing for her deceased mother. The next morning, Yin's eyelids opened wide, her sense of smell reacting to a delightful aroma. Yin could immediately tell that the scent was coming from the kitchen. Minju must be cooking spaghetti sauce. Yin got out of bed, washed her face, and brushed her teeth first. She knew the location of the new toothbrush in Minju's room, as she used to come here often just to take a shower. Done with everything, she hurriedly left the room. Minju's bedroom door was slightly ajar, so it was no wonder she could catch a whiff of his scent. It happened that Minju's room was not far from the kitchen. As suspected, Minju was cooking. Her friend was wearing a blue apron. His tall and athletic body looked so beautiful from behind. The broad back and sturdy shoulders of her friend were quite captivating, especially the impressive muscles visible when Minju wore a tight-fitting shirt. Seeing Minju's perfection, she couldn't help but wish she had married Minju instead of JK. At least Minju seemed much better at treating her well. Good morning. Yin greeted while hugging Minju from behind. Minju glanced briefly. Good morning, too. How was your sleep? Very sound, thanks to you. Minju nodded. He knew Yin slept soundly, but her friend didn't know that there were tears flowing in her sleep. Anyway, I'll stay at your place for a week, okay? Can I? No. Minju refused. Why? Yin squealed in displeasure. I don't want to get involved in your marriage drama. What if people start calling me a wife stealer? Hello? Who would say that? Besides, if people find out you have a crush on a guy, they won't jump to such conclusions. Yes, if they find out. But what if they don't? I'll be accused of having an affair with you. No thanks. You better go back. I'll take you home. No, I don't want to. JK, is there? Minju turned around, raising an eyebrow. What did you say? JK is back? Yeah, last night, he wanted to take me to Bizen, but I escaped. Minju widened his eyes. Crazy. His friend was a bit crazy indeed. Why run away when the husband returns? It would be even more complicated if JK knew about the apartment and thought they were sleeping together in the cheating sense. You're crazy. I'll take you to meet JK. Don't be chatty, and don't run away again. I don't want to be accused of stealing someone's wife. I'm sick of JK. Whenever I'm naked, that's when he comes home early. If not, he only returns once a month. It's so annoying. The burst of laughter echoed in the kitchen, making Yin glare at the owner of the laughter. Minju couldn't help but find Yin's expression hilarious when talking about it. Yin didn't like being laughed at and immediately punched Minju's shoulder. Why are you laughing? Hilarious. When else will I see your adorable expressions? More than that, I burst out laughing because of you being naked. Did you strip in front of him? No, undressed at home, ran around like a crazy person, raised my middle finger at him. He always monitors me through CCTV. You're daring, seriously. Mingyu continued to laugh uproariously. Realizing Yin's face was starting to look annoyed, he finally held back his laughter. Then, he finished by tussling Yin's hair. Alright, let's eat. After eating, take your vitamins. Oh, my, Mingyu. You're more attentive than my husband. He never asks about me. Every time she thought about her husband, Yin wanted to throw her thoughts far away. For Yin, JK was among the worst husbands on the face of this earth. JK frantically searches for his wife, instructing Kai to find out her whereabouts. He thought Yin would at least return home, but she didn't. She didn't even go to her parents' house. Furthermore, Yin's phone was unreachable. He's puzzled. Where could Yin have gone? Repeated sighs escape him. JK massages his temples. Due to Yin's disappearance, he rescheduled his business meeting for the next day. JK can't think clearly. He continuously calls his wife's phone, hoping for an answer. While his hand continues dialing, JK notices a video folder on his tablet, often used to monitor Yin. He has kept all the videos neatly, except for the naked ones, which he promptly deletes. Fearful that his tablet might be lost or taken by malicious individuals, leading to the potential spread of the content. JK opens one of the videos. In the video, he sees Yin sitting in the living room, knitting a scarf with a pout on her face. There's even a series of grumbling complaints. Yin's amusing antics make JK uncontrollably smile. He finds himself entertained repeatedly by Yin's seemingly unaware humorous side. His activity is interrupted by a knock on the door of his room. JK immediately exits. He finds Kai alone. Have you been able to track down my wife? Sorry, not yet, sir. Earlier I tried calling, and there was a ringing tone. It seems Mrs. Yin's phone is active now. Try calling again using your number. If it's my number, it's undoubtedly ignored. Wait, sir. JK opens the door, allowing Kai to enter. He doesn't want to disturb the tranquility of the hotel guests if they see them talking outside. Subsequently, JK sits on the sofa, waiting for updates from Kai, who is busy with his phone. A few minutes later, JK hears Kai conversing with someone on the other end. Whatever they discuss, JK is certain it's valuable information. Sir? Yes, how is it going? The one who answered the phone earlier was Mrs. Yin's friend. Her name is Rose. She mentioned that Mrs. Yin hadn't picked up her phone. Kai explains quietly, fearing his boss might suddenly become furious. So, where's Yin? Kai scratches his completely itch-free head. Hesitant, he responds. She said Mrs. Yin is staying at her boyfriend's house, sir. What? JK furrows his brows. He wants to make sure he didn't mishear. Boyfriend, you said? Does Yin have a boyfriend? Yes, sir. Kai takes a few steps back, preparing in case JK becomes angry. He's worried. This might be the peak of JK's fury. Even though he has never seen JK slam a table, who knows what could happen when it involves his wife? Find out where Yin's boyfriend's house is. After that, let me know. Alright, sir. I'll try calling Miss Rose again. JK's hand clenched tightly. Could it be true that his wife has a boyfriend? This time, JK adds frustration. There's no way his wife is cheating. Even though he doesn't know Yin well, he is confident and believes that Yin would never betray him. Amidst the anger and disbelief, JK's phone rings. He sees his cousin's name, V. Not wanting his cousin to go berserk, he answers the call. Hey V, what's up? Is your marriage okay? JK furrows his brow at such a question from his cousin. Why? You and Yin aren't planning to divorce, right? His cousin's question reminds JK of their divorce papers. Trying to stay calm, JK responds. No, why? I just got back, and I saw your wife holding hands with a guy. I don't know who he is. I thought maybe just a close friend. Turns out, they went up the elevator into the apartment. Seems like that guy lives in this apartment. Which apartment? The one I'm in, but I don't know which unit the guy is in. Send me your location. I'm heading there now. Okay, wait, I'll send it now. The phone call ends. In the next moment, JK receives the complete address of V's apartment. He has never been to V's apartment since his cousin is always busy. If they meet, it's usually outside. Not wanting to delay, he picks up his wallet from the table. At the same time, Kai has just finished contacting Yin's friend. Come with me, I know where Yin is. JK takes the lead, followed by Kai. Kai doesn't say anything. He just follows his boss. He's grateful that his boss already knows. He couldn't get any information. Rose is tight-lipped about her friend, likely instructed to keep it quiet. What did you say? Mingyu is half shocked hearing what Yin just said. You just mentioned running away from JK, and now you're talking about divorce. Why did you file for divorce? If it's like this, people might think I'm the reason for your divorce. I don't want that. Because I'm fed up with all his indifferent actions. Does he think I'm a mannequin? I'm a human being. That's why I filed for divorce. But divorce isn't the solution, Yin. There's something called communication. It's used to discuss things that need to be discussed. Why didn't you talk to JK first? What's the point? He's busy every day. It's not that I'm lonely. It's just that he should at least acknowledge me as his wife. Send a chat or make a call. But no, that's too much to ask. So annoying. What about him? No response at all. Get ready for the divorce trial. Are you sure you want to be a widow? If he begs you, you still won't give him a chance? Dream on. It's impossible for him to do that. He's the type of guy who's full of himself. His ego is sky high. Anyway, if I end up divorced, you have to pretend to be my new husband. Let him learn a lesson. He probably thinks I can't find a new husband. You're insane. I don't want to get involved. You better find a real husband. Oh, you're no fun. Can't collaborate with me. Well, I don't want to. I don't wish for your divorce. Reconcile nicely. You shouldn't. Mingyu doesn't continue his words after hearing the impatient sound of the doorbell being repeatedly pressed. Your cousin is supposed to be patient, right? Why is he pressing the doorbell like he's about to raid the place? Quite impatient. Wait a moment. Let me check it first. Without questioning, Mingyu opened the door. To his surprise, he found JK standing in front of his apartment unit. How could JK get upstairs and know his unit? Where's Yin? JK asked bluntly, his eyes already sharp with anger. Before Mingyu could answer, Yin's voice was already heard, yelling loudly. Who's there, Mingyu? Your cousin? Tell Yin to come out. JK was on the verge of anger, but Mingyu gestured for JK to be quiet. JK observed the man in front of him. JK's fists clenched perfectly, ready to unleash his anger if the man in front of him refused to tell Yin to come out. It couldn't be. Yin couldn't possibly be cheating. Yeah, this is my cousin. Come here and help me with something I need to bring inside. What kind of thing is it? I don't want to. Lift it yourself. Can't do it. Just come here. Help me for a moment. With reluctant steps, Yin finally approached the door. What kind of thing is it? Yin's eyes widened as she saw JK standing in front of Minju's apartment. Mingyu promptly turned away, leaving JK and Yin alone at the door. Finish your business. I don't want to worsen your marital affairs. You just can't cooperate, huh? I'm so annoyed with you. Mingyu ignored Yin's complaints, continuing to walk away, leaving the couple in front of his apartment door. Why did you come here? Let's go home now. I don't want to. Baby. It's really unusual for you to call me baby. Usually you only call me baby when you want to make out. Yes, now I want to make out with you. Huh, what's wrong with you? Why are you suddenly acting strange? Let it go. I don't want to argue with you right now. This is someone else's home. So, you want to argue at our home? I don't want to argue with you anywhere now, okay? Let's go home. I don't want to. I want us to get divorced. Fine, I'll divorce you. Huh, are you serious? Yes, but only in your dreams. Ugh, what's with you? You're so annoying. Yin had prepared to turn around, ready to enter and leave JK. However, JK promptly grabbed Yin's wrist, pulling her forcefully into his embrace. Baby, forgive me. Yin remained silent, quite surprised by JK's sudden hug. I know I was wrong, but I don't want us to get divorced. I still want to get divorced. Yin tried to free herself from JK's hug, but JK held her firmly. Don't do this. Suddenly, we've never discussed any issues, and suddenly, you want a divorce. Baby, you can't be like that. It's pointless to talk to you. You don't care about me. If I didn't care, I would have returned to Bizen. I wouldn't have looked for you all the way here. You only care when I'm gone. Fine, I'll care more about you from now on. Forgive me, okay? Fine. Now I want to go home, but it doesn't mean this issue is resolved. I'm still angry with you, and I still want to get divorced. JK let go of his hug. He didn't want to argue with Yin anymore. The important thing was that Yin was willing to go home. That's enough for now. Mingyu, I'm going home. Okay. Without saying much, Yin finally left Minju's apartment and went home with JK to the hotel. Baby, you can't be like this, suddenly wanting a divorce. If there's a problem, we should discuss it together, find a solution, not immediately talk about divorce like this. I'm fed up with you. What do you take me for? A wife? What kind of wife is treated like this? I might as well live like a widow. Baby, don't say that. You're still married. I still want a divorce. I don't want us to divorce ever. Why? Because you don't want your reputation to be damaged by failing to maintain your marriage, right? Yes, that's one of the reasons. But more importantly, I've realized I'm the source of the problem. So, I need to change. I appreciate you for enduring a year with me. You've always been sweet until you rebelled like this. It means you've been enduring my behavior all this time. Now it's my turn to endure for you. So, I beg you, baby, let me be the one to uphold our marriage this time. Yin observes JK's movements, studying her husband's face. There seems to be sincerity in it. Alright then, I'll go to Bizen with you. But what? I want us to sleep in separate rooms. Why do you want that? Why not? Can't you handle it? You've been able to be apart from me all this time. Baby, I want to improve our relationship, not create distance like that. Would you rather separate houses with me or just separate bedrooms? Fine, if that's what you want. The important thing is that you come to Bizen. I'll also ask Maid Yun to accompany you so that you won't have trouble there. Okay. Finally, they have arrived in Bizen. Is this your apartment? Yes, baby. Have you been living here all this time? Alone? Yes, but sometimes I stay at my parents' house. So, which one is my room? Why do we have to sleep separately? You agreed to follow my agreement, remember? I want us to sleep in separate rooms. Fine then, that one over there is your room. Okay. Maid Yun will arrive here later in the afternoon. Oh, okay. The next morning, JK looked neatly dressed in his office suit, already seated at the dining table. Maid Yun had set the table for him. Where's Yin? Why isn't she having breakfast? Madam said she'll have breakfast after you leave for the office, sir. JK furrowed his brow. Why is Yin behaving like this? Is she intentionally avoiding him? Finally, JK stood up from his seat and headed straight to his wife's room, knocking on the door. Yin didn't open the door. Baby. What? JK? Come on, let's have breakfast. I'll have it later. Why later? Let's have breakfast together now. No, I don't want to. We never have breakfast together anyway. Upon hearing Yin's response, JK sighed deeply. It seemed like his wife was genuinely upset about their past interactions. Alright then, just make sure you don't skip breakfast. There was no response from Yin, and JK returned to the dining table. 6 months have passed. There's been no progress in their relationship. This time, it's not JK distancing himself from Yin. It's Yin herself who's avoiding JK. Although they live in the same apartment, they rarely cross paths. They never have breakfast or dinner together. Every morning, JK knocks on Yin's door to invite her for breakfast, but Yin always refuses. During dinner, Yin finishes quickly before JK returns from the office. JK never calls her for dinner, assuming Yin is about to sleep, and he doesn't want to disturb her. What's worse, for 6 months, they haven't shared any intimacy. No kisses, no hugs, as if they are no longer a married couple. The situation now is worse than before. Previously, JK could monitor his wife through CCTV, but now he can't track her at all. Yin only leaves her room when JK goes to the office. After JK arrives at the apartment, Yin stays alone inside her room. Every time JK knocks on her door, Yin's response is consistent. I'm still angry. I don't want to meet you. Yin, please, don't stay angry for so long. Can't your anger towards me end after all these months? Is it better if I stay angry, or is it better if I just ask for a divorce? Once again, Yin presents these two options to JK, choices that clearly make JK feel overwhelmed. But no matter what, JK still doesn't want to divorce Yin. In the end, he chooses to remain silent, unable to force Yin out of her room. Until one night, midnight, Yin is restless. She feels thirsty, and the water supply in her room has run out. Glancing at the wall clock, it shows a m. Eventually, with a sense of laziness, she leaves her room, heading to the kitchen to get a drink. As she steps out of her room, darkness accompanies her, with light only coming from the reflections of external lights penetrating the apartment through the windows. For some reason, this time Yin wants to enjoy the night air. She had never woken up in the middle of the night like this before, curious about the conditions outside the apartment. Finally, in the dimly lit atmosphere, she walks towards the balcony, intending to enjoy the night breeze. However, before she opens the door, through the window, she sees someone who is already sitting in the balcony chair. Yin peeks. The balcony. Lights are always on every night. Yin knows it's JK. Her husband's back faces the door and window. JK is sitting alone, savoring the night atmosphere. Yin continues to observe her husband from behind the window. Her husband is holding his tablet, the tablet he usually uses to monitor the CCTV in their home in Seoul. The sizable tablet screen allows Yin to see what her husband is watching. He repeatedly opens a video folder, watching recordings of his wife when she was still in their home in Seoul. Yin's intention to enjoy the night air is cancelled. Carefully, Yin steps into the kitchen to get a drink. Afterward, she immediately returns to her room. Now, Yin sits on the edge of the bed in her room. She can't divert her thoughts from JK. Why is he still not asleep at this hour? Or has he already slept earlier and now is awake? And also, why is her husband rechecking the CCTV recordings in their home in Seoul? Now that Yin is here, her husband doesn't need to watch her through CCTV. But Yin realizes the current situation is worse than before. If in the past, they only met once a month, but still, during those rare encounters, they would spend the night together, being affectionate, kissing, hugging, until it led to more. But now, not to mention being affectionate like before, even making eye contact is extremely rare. JK has repeatedly called from outside her room, but Yin refuses to open the door and threatened with divorce. And it's been 6 months. Yin exhales slowly, massaging her temples. She starts to wonder, has she gone too far with JK this time? The next night. This time, Yin intentionally sets an alarm on her phone to wake up at a.m. The goal this time is not to drink like the previous night. She wants to make sure that JK comes out of his room tonight and sits on the balcony. Carefully, Yin steps out of her room and once again peeks onto the balcony. Yin's eyes widen. Indeed, there is JK sitting alone on the balcony. And, yes, he's holding his tablet, rewatching CCTV recordings showing Yin when they were at their home in Seoul. Yin swallows hard. There's a pang of pain in her heart, seeing JK sitting alone like this in the middle of the night. Yin wants to go out and accompany her husband, but her pride is still higher. She's not ready to reconcile with him yet. Finally, with caution, she returns to her room. Now Yin sits on the edge of her bed. Glancing at the clock, it's already 2 a.m. She can't sleep tonight. Her thoughts once again revolve around JK. Last night when she came out of her room to drink, it was already 3 a.m. This time, she wants to make sure whether JK is still there at 3 a.m. Yin peeks from the balcony window to check if JK is still there. Turns out, he is, still engaged in the same activity, watching CCTV recordings featuring Yin on his tablet. Yin returns to her room. JK has been on the balcony from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., sitting alone, reviewing CCTV footage of their home. This time, Yin is truly puzzled by JK. Doesn't he intend to sleep? Doesn't he have to go to work tomorrow? Yin checks the balcony again to see if JK is still there. This time, it's already 4 a.m. And once again, JK is still there, still watching CCTV recordings. At 5 a.m., Yin checks again. Finally, at that time, she no longer sees JK there. Now, only an empty balcony chair remains. No one is sitting there anymore. The next day, Yin stares at the clock in her room, contemplating. Last night, JK was on the balcony from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. JK only entered the room at 5 a.m. Usually, JK leaves for work at 8. That means JK slept for about 2 hours last night. Is it always like this? Or just tonight? It's been 7 days since that night. Yin can hardly sleep. Every night, her only task is to check the balcony to see if JK is there or not. What makes Yin dizzy is that over the past week, she has observed her husband doing the same thing every night. JK sits on the balcony from 1 to 4 a.m. He sits alone while continuously watching CCTV recordings showing Yin on his tablet screen. Enough is enough. This time, Yin can't take it anymore. Yin opens the apartment door abruptly, startling JK, who is holding his tablet. JK immediately stands up, seeing Yin standing near him. Baby, why are you out here? Why aren't you sleeping? You yourself, why aren't you sleeping? I can't sleep. I'll go to bed in a moment. In a moment, you say? Don't joke. You only entered the room at 4, sitting here alone from 1 o'clock, right? JK looks surprised. How does Yin know all of this? I couldn't sleep, so to pass the time, I sat here, passing the time while constantly watching this. Yin grabs the tablet from JK's hand and immediately throws it from the apartment balcony until it falls below, shattering it into pieces on the ground in their apartment building's courtyard. Baby, what are you doing? Why? Do you care more about that damn CCTV? I can only see my wife from there. You never want to leave the room. Every time I call you, you never want to open the door. Don't you know how much I miss you all this time? Yin falls silent, unable to answer anything JK says at the moment. Is JK really suffering so much all this time? I don't want to divorce you, but you always threaten me with divorce. In the past, even though we met only once a month, we still met, but now? Do you really not want to open your heart to me anymore? Do I not have a chance at all? Baby, I beg you. Forgive me. Enough. Yin can't bear to see JK like this. Finally, she approaches and hugs JK tightly. JK is initially surprised, but immediately reciprocates Yin's embrace tightly. He has missed his wife so much. Have I been tormenting you all this time? Yin asks, still in JK's embrace, and she is reluctant to let go. Yes, you've truly been tormenting me. Alright, I'm not angry with you anymore. I also apologize for tormenting you. No, baby, I'm the one who's wrong. I should be the one apologizing to you. They both continue to embrace each other, releasing the longing that has been held for 6 months.